It's so easy to waste a day, isn't it? I know I wasted many days, and I still do sometimes. But there is a small but simple mindset shift that I would like to share with you that will hopefully help you waste less days, or even have periods of time, long periods of time, where you are wasting no days at all. First, I want to give you a personal example because it will help you understand the mindset shift that I will be talking about, and also it will help you understand that I have as many flaws as all of you, and probably much more than a lot of you, much more than a lot of you. My default setting, my factory setting is if I have some sort of small failure in my routine, I immediately start to think that it's going to be a wasted day. Let me explain what I mean. It can be regarding productivity, nutrition, even interpersonal relationships. If you're talking about productivity, let's say that's the most usual example, and what usually happens actually. If I consume some sort of entertainment in the first part of the day when I'm trying to be productive, when I'm trying to get most of my bigger tasks done, if I allow myself to consume some entertainment, my default setting, my factory setting of my mind is to start thinking, okay, this is going to be a lazy day. This is not going to be a productive day. I will not be able to accomplish anything because I have failed for this small moment. I have failed with my self-discipline, my self-control. I have allowed myself to consume something that I wasn't meant to consume at this part of the day, and I immediately start thinking, okay, this day is as good as wasted, so I might as well just give up on trying to make it productive. So my default state of mind is to then allow myself to waste the whole day consuming nonsense. If you're talking about diet, it goes the same way. If I again have a small failure in my self-control and self-discipline, and I eat a treat that I would usually regard as a cheat meal, again my default setting is to think, okay, this is a failed day, let's make it a binge eating rampage. And you know how many days I've had like that, where I have a small treat, not even a full cheat meal, and I just think, okay, this day is wasted in terms of healthy eating. So you guess where this mindset shift is going? It's mindset shift from having an all or nothing mentality or mindset to being more flexible and allowing yourself to get back on track, not tomorrow, but this day. Because that's what we usually think, and I know a lot of you can relate to this. I'm curious, you can share your own examples, but I know very well that you can relate to this. Okay, I will get back on track tomorrow. No, this is a mindset shift from all or nothing to excuse me, to the day is not over until it's officially over, until you've gone to bed and close your eyes. So the day is not over. You cannot decide, you should not decide, okay, I'm going to go get back on track with my productivity, with my diet, with my personal project. I'm going to get back on track tomorrow when I'm writing. And if I fail to have because I have a couple of writing blocks during the day. So my first writing block is first thing in the morning, and if I feel that I have failed, I wasn't really focused, I didn't hit my intended word count, again, default state of mind is this is a wasted day in terms of writing. The next two writing blocks will be terrible. I might as well just get it over with. The day is not over until it's over. And what I want to say now, because just saying you can get back on track is an unfair advice. That's once again the advice of motivational gurus of just do it. There is a time and place for just do it, but you cannot apply that all the time and in all situations. So what I want to say is, maybe you cannot go fully back on track, but where is one small action that can offset this negative momentum? If I want, after having a small treat, I want to go on a binge eating rampage and eat a full jar of peanut butter with a loaf of bread and two plates of pasta. Okay, if that's my natural inclination after having a small treat, maybe I cannot make a full pivot back to my standard day of eating and strictly clean diet. But can I have a couple of small actions where I will offset this complete failure of the day? You get what I'm saying? Can I resist one treat? Can I resist one of those many cheat meals that I would like to have in that day that I consider as failed? When it comes to productivity, if I've consumed a podcast or that was purely entertainment, or had a long scrolling session that destroyed my focus, okay, instead of sitting on the couch and spending whole day watching Netflix, maybe I'm not able to go fully back to my peak productivity. But can I resist not binge watching whole day and selecting at least one small task that I can accomplish? And after that one, maybe I can find another small task that I can accomplish. So I hope you're getting the idea. If you can go back on track, fully back on track during that day, perfect. Some of you will, and you will in some situations, but it's not always possible. If that's the case, then let's look at what is one small action where you can slightly pivot in the direction of they having some fulfillment beyond pure pleasure, cheap pleasure, quick pleasure. So first mindset shift is, no, you're not going back on track tomorrow. You're going back on track today, because the day is not over until it's over. And the second mindset shift is, if I cannot go fully back on track today, what is a small action that will bring me closer to it, so that when I go to sleep, I'm more satisfied with myself. I have less feelings of guilt and shame. Again, something that I know you can relate to, the feeling of guilt and shame for failing in the areas of self-control and self-discipline. Again, so many messages I receive on Instagram on that topic, so to say, or people sharing that experience, feelings of shame and guilt for having failed on some promises that they've given to themselves. Okay, what is something small that you can do to at least reduce the feeling of shame and guilt that you will feel when you go to bed? But in most cases, a small productive action, constructive action. Let's not focus on productivity, constructive. So just something that is healthy, it's just something that is moving you forward, or at least not moving you backward, and not degrading yourself, not showing disrespect to yourself and the standards that you've set for yourself previously. Usually one small constructive action will erase any possibility of guilt and shame at the end of your day. So it doesn't take too much to protect yourself from those feelings of shame and guilt. The day is not over until it's over. And if I cannot go fully back on track today, I can do one small constructive action that will protect me from shame and guilt, and will set me up for a better day tomorrow. That's something that I wanted to share, because I I shared with you what are my personal experiences, what are my default settings. And I know that a lot of you are struggling with same issues, so I want to share with you both to help you understand that you are not alone, and also, most importantly, so that you can use this. You can use, and it's not about don't waste your days because you need to be some productivity machine. It's don't waste your days because you don't want to end up hating yourself. I would like us to agree on that point. Okay, we are not aiming to be machines. It's not about, oh, you cannot have any wasted days and any wasted moments. It's about your relationship with yourself, which then transpires to your relationship with other people. Don't go back on track tomorrow. The day is not over until it's over. Go back on track today. And if you cannot go fully back on track, what is one small constructive action that can prevent feelings of guilt and shame tonight when you go to bed? Thank you for listening. Share your experiences with wasting your day, with allowing small failures to turn into giving up on having a constructive and productive day. Comment your thoughts on this idea. As always, suggest ideas for future videos. Subscribe, like. Stay strong, love life, and never feel sorry for yourself. Thank you.